option for chips, but since they're an actual US company, they couldn't really help out either. And then it didn't seem like any Chinese company could make their own high-end chips, because the extreme ultraviolet lithography machines required to do so were literally being made by one company, who also couldn't talk to them. Two things have happened since then.
What? I see where you're going. Where are you going?
What the basis that they only buy 4G versions of their chips instead of the 5G versions, and older versions of those chips at that. So this Huawei P60 Pro, for example, even though it's a 2023 phone, it uses a nerfed 4G version of a 2022
Titanic.
chip. But then this new Mate 60 Pro has done what the US didn't even think was possible. Somehow, out of nowhere, this thing apparently has its own made in China, modern architecture 7nm Kirin 9000X chip, capable of 5G download speeds. These are all things that, according to US sanctions,
something is coming to do. Something is coming to save the Titanic. Where do you think it's California or the Carpathia?
So
it's a Carpathia.
Some people speculate that it's actually a 14nm process that's been modified to act like a more recent 7nm chip. Some reports are saying it's a reskinned version of a chip that Huawei used to get from TSMC before they were banned. Or a Chinese company actually has internally rebuilt from the ground up tech required to make proper high-end 5G chips. No concrete answers yet, but it's all just very weird. Alright, but the cameras were always the highlight of Huawei phones. So where are they now? Well, if you watch my video about the smartphone camera explained, you'll find this especially interesting because these phones, as well as using their ultra-wide cameras, can also use their 3.5 times telephoto cameras for close-up macro shots, which is honestly better. It means you can get super close to objects without actually needing to get super close and distort them or block all the light getting to them from the end shot.
Oh my god! Okay,
so you go into Pro mode, and just like with a real high-end lens, you can adjust this dial to select any
it's coming for you, Titanic. The arm is Carpathia.
I miss these cameras so much. I mean, they have like the fastest shutter time of any phone. The stabilization is amazing. I took this on a motorbike. My car was shaking.
Carpathia is so slow.
The night mode is as capable as I remember it to be versus
it's setting SOS.
My iPhone 15 Pro Max, and while Huawei has a slight leg up because its main
I don't know what the Carpathia requires a Titanic to come to Titanic.
I'm going to do this durability test. Okay, have you ever got one of these texts or one of these fake login attempt emails? I know, I get them like 3 times a week. And essentially when that happens, someone is trying to either hack you or scam you. But how do they even get your information? Okay, this is height 1 drop on Apple Ceramic Shield. Well, let's say that you play an online game, and that game servers got hacked. Now, anyone who's hacked a game service, they're not going to sell that data to people who want to use it for stuff like this. And if you use the same username and password across multiple accounts, then you're basically exposed to everything.
I'm going to see the Carpathia. I got that C because the Titanic is a wrong word. Because I made the remember one, the Titanic one.
Carpathia also protects you from emails, which you might think are innocent, but are actually designed to steal your data. Web pages that are constructed to get hold of your payment details, and also just malware in general.
Yes, of course, Carpathia, you can do it.
20% off the already affordable subscription content for this 5 users under $1. And it'll also apply if you want to guard the wireless costs. Working is very durable.
It's going to speak. So smooth. That was a mistake, sorry guys. Wait, you're on a Carpathia, you're right.
In this building right now, we have some of the rarest, most valuable phones in existence. But not just that, some of these are my personal dream phones. Ones that I've spent years in the background, inching closer and closer together.
Yeah, it's going to fit.
Yes, the actual Pokemon phone. So let's go from pretty rare to very rare to so rare you can't even get one. First up being the Galaxy Z Flip 5.
Right, I can fix you.
I love this
Azul!
past meets future concept.
That's okay,
Oh wow, so
okay.
3 boxes on the inside.
Right,
Fun
she's
fact, this
gonna
one here
fix
has Samsung's very first logo on it, with the word Samsung,
the
very
button
literally
for
meaning 3 stars. And inside
like
stickers that cover their entire
that.
history, followed by what they call the flip suitcase. And then on this box, this is the Samsung SGH E700.
Okay, this one is a good ending now.
This entire limited edition is paying homage to.
This one is the good
Also, by the way,
ending.
happens to have a dual display
Now,
like its modern counterparts. And inside
the Titanic is gonna go to the New York.
what I assume is a unique
So
ID.
the Titanic, I mean the Carpathia, is not gonna see. He's gonna sell.
It was released in 2003, a time where Nokia and Motorola basically owned the phone market, and everyone else was small fry. So Samsung poured everything they had into this flip phone, with features like an internalized antenna, an ultra-compact design, and incredibly for 2003, a camera
so he can stream.
all leading this phone to be the first ever Samsung to hit 10 million sales, breaking that glass ceiling for the first time and actually bringing Samsung into the picture. So considering how much people talk about the idea of the flip phone being back now, actually bringing it back in the form of a creation of this is a pretty smooth move. It's got the same silver and blue color scheme as the old Samsung. I feel like these colors just embody that entire era of phones. Ooh, this is cool.
Okay.
It's got the old phone that slowly turns on and then like a custom 16-bit wallpaper in the screen.
The Carpathia is at the New York.
Flip suitcases, they're actually pretty cool. So they're half
So these are New York.
NFC chip inside them. When you place them onto your phone, it also instantly applies matching internal customization.
Oh my god,
These are good quality, proper animated wallpapers too. This is a wicked product for proper Samsung fans, but I can't give it any more than a 6 out of 10 just because of what we've got coming. Like this next one, which is definitely one tier above in rarity. Still not super rare, but you basically have to import it from China. I'm talking about the Mickey Mouse phone. Yes, Disney made a phone. And this right here, that's an official holographic Disney sticker as a seal of authenticity. So this company takes their collab very seriously. Right, so first thing is an insert. So there's the synergetic tool. Certificate of ownership, Mickey sticker page, and a case. Oh boy, this one the cases. So, pretty incredibly, I'm holding right now the first time that Disney has collaborated on the design of a phone. What prompted them to do that? Well, Disney's been around for 100 years.
The last time we went about this, he started to fly. So, after a day, confused.
Okay, this is up there. I'll say that. There's a custom Mickey UI skin with their own charging animation, their own lock screen box, unique wallpapers.
Alright, the Titanic have arrived to the New York.
This is
Stop the Titanic or you're gonna what to doing.
Consistent, and not just the few that sit on your main homepage. And even the back of the phone, every single section has its own individual texture, which makes it feel a whole lot more interesting to look at as opposed to a flat Google image JPEG to slap on the back. Like Mickey's button, for example,
Alright.
the way they reflect light differently to his clothing.
Everyone is not happy. And thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.